Good afternoon. My name is Min. I was one of the very first people to say loud and clear that South Korea's 2020 general election was rigged. I worked for 23 years at KBS, Korea's largest broadcaster. 3 of those years I spent right here in Washington, in this very building as a foreign correspondent. As a trade reporter, I saw what others missed. Statistical evidence that was too clear to ignore. That evidence turned me into a fighter. For 5 years, I've led a movement traveling between Korea and the U.S. to expose the truth and defend democracy. I wasn't just any candidate. I had served as a presidential spokesperson, a member of parliament, and the anchor of Korea's primetime news. I was confident I would win, but I lost. Why? Because the early vote and the election day vote didn't match. They violated the law of large numbers, a basic rule in statistics that ensures predictable results in big samples. These patterns didn't stop in 2020. They continued into the most recent presidential election. The numbers do not lie. What surprises me most is how little outrage we've seen from the Korean people. A people known for intelligence, talent, and courage. Have we grown numb? Have we been conditioned to believe this is the new normal? But there is no new normal in math. There is only truth. As you heard earlier, our last presidential election was also fraudulent. It was manipulated. Just like President Trump's victory was stolen 4 years ago, so was ours. And just like Americans fought to take it back, we are fighting too. But there's one key difference. In Korea, the rightful winner, Mr. Kim Moon-soo, concedes far too quickly. He gave up even before the counting was done. Maybe he couldn't believe it had been stolen. That's not a criticism. It's a tragedy. I've paid a heavy price for speaking up. The political left sued me. The media mocked me, called me crazy, called me a conspiracy theorist. Even fellow conservatives began to avoid me. Lifelong friends turned their backs. Only my family stayed with me, and they suffered for it too. Mr. Kim Moon-soo saw what I went through. Maybe that's why he hesitates to join us, and I understand that. But I still urge him, reconsider. You are a brave man. You left the far left and joined the right. Why be silent now? Maybe you think it's more humble to concede. But this isn't about pride. This is about crime. Election fraud is a crime. It destroys democracy. Accepting it encourages more of it. This is not just your fight, Mr. Kim. It's the people's fight. It's about every citizen's right to vote. So, please, withdraw your concession and join us. In 2020, I flew to Washington to speak the truth. Right here on this stage, at this podium. I stood alone. My words felt like a cry in the wilderness. But I still spoke. I even warned America, be aware or be next. And I was right. It took President Trump 4 years, but he is back. Today, I return to this same podium, but I'm not alone. I stand with President Trump, President Yoon of Korea, and former Prime Minister Hwang. I stand with Ambassador Morse Tan, Colonel John Mills, Colonel Grant Newsham, and Professor Bradley Thayer. History will remember them. Right now, it's 1 a.m. in Seoul, and yet patriots are gathered at Seoul Station. We're watching this press conference live. Their courage brought us here. And I'm especially moved by the young people in their 20s and 30s who are now standing up. They give me hope. But we must not forget those we lost. Over the last 5 years, 5 brave souls gave their lives in this fight. Kim Il-duk, Kim Kwang-chan, Kim Jae-hong, Pastor Kim Tae-kwon, and Elder Kwon Tae-hun. 2 died from illness while leading the movement. 1 died in a suspicious crash. 2 set themselves on fire after exposing the truth. Let us never forget them. We are here because of them. Now, I speak directly to President Trump. America has spent hundreds of billions of dollars in Ukraine. But is Korea less important? Do we need bullets and bombs to recognize that a war is happening? China has taken control of Korea's government without firing a single shot. Can't we see this? President Lee Jae-myung didn't win by chance. This was a long strategy by the global communist movement. And now, as a puppet of Beijing, he will sell out Korean sovereignty. Yesterday was the 75th anniversary of the Korean War. 36,000 Americans died to protect Korea's freedom. That freedom is now slipping away. President Trump, you know what election fraud looks like. Now it's happening to your allies. Please act, and act soon. And to Congress, don't see this as just a Korean problem. This is a global crisis. Hold hearings. Investigate the Chinese influence that threatens both of our nations. 5 years ago, I received a calling from God to expose this fraud. That calling sent me into this long, hard fight. And I've never turned back. Under God's providence, may every effort to uncover the truth be blessed. Thank you very much.
Courage is the foundation of every democracy. It is the foundation of our democracy here. It is the foundation of Korea's democracy. And we have just seen a demonstration of courage. And that courage gives all of us inspiration and hope. So thank you so much, Mr. Min, for this demonstration of courage. And now it's my honor to introduce Park Joo-chun, another person who will talk to us about the election. Thank you.
Thank you.